Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I just want to share with you some of the top stories that we're following, starting with this breaking news that continues to unfold in Prague right now. Let me show you some video from the scene of where a deadly shooting has taken place, a mass shooting at a Prague university called Charles University. So what we've learned is that an armed man opened fire in a university building in downtown Prague today, killing at least 15 people, really creating widespread panic in one of the worst mass shootings that the Czech Republic has experienced in its history. Again, 15 dead, at least 25 others injured, happening just 2 days before the scheduled Christmas break there. Apparently the shooter was a student, and this took place in the philosophy department building at Charles University. This student has not been named publicly. Police have not given details about the victims or possible motive for the shooting at this building, but investigators do not suspect a link to any extremist ideology or groups, they say. It's a story that we will continue following, and you can also get updates sent right to your phone with our Atlanta News First app. Also want to let you know about something closer to home, a manhunt underway related to an officer-involved shooting that happened in Clayton County. So police are looking for a man that they say ran away during a traffic stop after pulling a gun. It happened, they say, on Upper Riverdale Road, where police tell us they pulled over the man a little after 11:30 last night near Terra Boulevard by the Econo Lodge. They asked the man to get out of the car, and a spokesperson for Clayton County says once he did, he started running. Police say they chased the man, and during that chase, officers saw the man pull a gun from his waistband. Clayton County Police public information officer says that the man was shot. That the man was shot at, but it's not clear if he was actually hit. We know that no officers were hurt in this. Police do tell us that they did find a gun at the scene. The investigation is ongoing. They've not given us a description of who they're looking for at this time, but obviously an ongoing investigation is underway. Also want to let you know about the controversy surrounding the Fulton County Chief Magistrate Judge and her position. Really a war waging. Earlier this week, we reported to you that there had been calls by some commissioners for Judge Cassandra Kirk to resign. And now there is a proposal to make her position an appointed one, not an elected one. She has been elected for 2 terms. Critics say that, there are actually some racial undertones here. And of course, there are 2 sides to this story. Judge Kirk has some supporters, and she has some detractors calling for her resignation. Let's go ahead and listen to both sides put together by my colleague, Tori Cooper.
Chief Magistrate Judge Cassandra Kirk was elected by voters back in 2015. But now, 2 commissioners no longer want her role to be decided on by voters.
It's just, hey, this hasn't worked. Right? We had something that worked a whole lot better. This is a train wreck.
Vice Chairman of the Fulton County Board of Commissioners, Bob Ellis, believes state court judges should be the ones to appoint a judge to the Chief Magistrate Judge position because he believes Cassandra Kirk isn't keeping up with the caseload.
The jail population will grow. The jail population will grow.
Commissioner Dana Barrett is concerned Judge Kirk will eliminate or reduce the number of magistrate judges currently helping work on Superior Court cases.
And if she does that, per the judge's words, we are going to slow the criminal justice system down dramatically and increase the population in the jail.
It's a miscommunication.
But Judge Kirk says she never gave that ultimatum and is simply asking for funding to keep up with the caseload. Still, Dana Barrett wants Judge Kirk to resign.
She's wasting taxpayer resources.
Judge Kirk is not going anywhere.
Commissioner Khadija Abdurrahman says many in the community think there's a racial component behind calls for Kirk's resignation. But Commissioner Ellis says he's against the current method that was created by a white Republican, and this isn't racial.
People try to paint this as sort of a racial issue. It was put forth by a white Republican legislator. So, try to paint this as some sort of race issue is you know, that's a non-starter.
All right, that was our Tori Cooper reporting. Of course, we're going to continue to follow the outcome of that. Also, you know, want to make sure that you are ready for the busy holiday travel season. Look at those airport lines. You know, it's always one of the busiest times of year for travelers and at airports and beyond. According to AAA, U.S. airports are going to process 7.5 million air travelers over the Christmas and New Year's travel period. That surpasses 2019's record, which was the highest ever. The good news locally is TSA just finished a big construction project at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport at their main security checkpoint. So all 18 lanes are now open and they're fully staffed, which has significantly cut down on the wait times. Definitely some positive developments. You know, our Rebecca Schramm talked to some travelers a little bit earlier about that. Let's listen.
Oh yeah, that's not bad at all compared to what I've seen before. So
Yeah, you've probably seen the line go way back into the 80s.
definitely.
So you got here plenty early.
We did. We were up very early this morning to get here.
All right, so you're just advised to, of course, plan ahead. Think like a.
Yeah, that's not bad at all compared to what I've seen.
Well, you're advised to plan ahead. Think like a TSA agent. Don't bring anything that could be considered a weapon. You know, things like that. We actually did report earlier today that a man had packed a kitchen knife to be a Christmas present and had it taken away, had to throw it in the trash in the security line. So be mindful of things like that. And also beware of your rights as a flyer because, you know, the U.S. Department of Transportation is reminding everyone you do have rights as an airline passenger. If your flight's canceled, should you choose to cancel your whole trip because of it, you are entitled to a refund for the unused transportation. Even for non-refundable tickets, you should also get, you know, any baggage fee that you paid. You're entitled to a refund for any extras you purchased, including seat assignments. If you are driving out of town for the holidays, busiest days on the road is going to be Saturday, December 23rd, and next Thursday, December 28th, according to transportation data. AAA says best time for you to hit the road is 10 a.m. before 10 a.m. this Saturday. Best time to head back is before noon on either December 26th or the 27th. Okay, local roads. Let's talk about that for just a moment here. And I think this is going to be pleasant news for a lot of people. Because so many people are expected to hit the roads, GDOT is suspending temporary lane closures along Georgia interstates, major state routes, and roadways. So this suspension is beginning tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. It will extend through 10 p.m. on Tuesday, December 26th. In addition, GDOT predicts today will be one of the busiest days on the roads. If you are headed to visit family or go on vacation, expect moderate to heavy traffic this afternoon around Metro Atlanta. After today, traffic's expected to be fairly light for a while. But, of course, you know, there's always traffic in Atlanta. All right. Just give me a moment here because I'm just getting some new information in regarding Rudy Giuliani, which we want to share with you. Just give you a little bit of time to just pull up this information, and I do want to encourage you as well to visit our website, atlantanewsfirst.com, because it is chock full of information about the various cases happening here in Georgia in particular and all around the state. But what we've just learned is that Rudy Giuliani is filing for bankruptcy, and this follows that $148 million judgment in the defamation case against him. Remember, we reported to you that a jury awarded two Georgia election workers, Shay Moss and Ruby Freeman, $148 million in the defamation case that they had filed against Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani had been found liable prior to the trial. The trial was really about determining the damages and how much they should be compensated for the defamation. Because if you recall, Giuliani, the former attorney for former President Donald Trump, helped Mr. Trump advance false claims of a stolen 2020 election and had accused Shea Moss and Ruby Freeman of helping to rig the 2020 election. And these women, these two Georgia women, testified in court that they received death threats, racist messages, and, you know, some of those voicemails were played in court. And the women were very, very tearful and emotional in their testimony. So ultimately, the jury ended up awarding them $148 million in damages to be paid by Rudy Giuliani. He has now filed for bankruptcy. So, of course, the question is, what happens to these women? Will they ever see the money? It's just one of many issues that we are going to continue to follow here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus. Stay up to date with all the latest developments by just downloading our free mobile news app. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, I didn't have any.